The group of prisoners holding meal trays rapidly formed a golden armored formation. The prison guards exerted great efforts to break through their defense, but found it extremely difficult. Behind them, a makeshift catapult was precisely aimed at the warden's office. This is a special prison designed for military personnel who have committed disciplinary violations. The inmates spent their days constantly engaged in brawls and gambling activities, showing no sign of discipline. Everything began to undergo a transformation when the highly decorated 3-star general, Jack, was incarcerated here. Jack was brought before a military tribunal due to a command error that resulted in the sacrifice of soldiers. He was subsequently sentenced to a 10-year prison term. Despite being confined as a prisoner, his prestige remained unshaken. The inmates held him in high esteem and respect. Even the warden was a devoted admirer of his. After warmly receiving him, the warden went out of his way to obtain Jack's book and request his autograph. However, upon seeing these shabby and worthless items, Jack spoke his mind freely and stated that only cowards who had never set foot on the battlefield would collect these meaningless things to fulfill their vain desires. These remarks were a direct affront to the warden's dignity. The small-minded warden resolved to give him a tough lesson the next day. During the outdoor activity time the following day, the warden deliberately provided only one basketball, thereby inciting a fierce fight among the inmates. When the conflict reached a life-threatening stage, he observed indifferently. He did not issue the order to quell the situation until someone took out a discus. The soldiers stationed in the watchtower opened fire, and all the inmates promptly dropped to the ground. Jack looked up and locked eyes with the warden's cold and aloof gaze. He instantly realized that this conflict was specifically targeted at him, and this was merely the starting point.